Most guys have no idea what they're actually eating. They either don't track entirely or they just leave it up to chance. Most guys will convince themselves that they eat clean most of the time. That doesn't count the cheeses that they just got out of the cupboard. That doesn't count the sweet treat that they had after their dinner. And that doesn't count the ice cream they had at 10 p.m. And before you know it, that's 500, 600, 900 calories added that you didn't eat. It is not your workout. It's not your program. It's not your genetics. It is your inability to control this elbow from putting food into your mouth over and over and over again. That's what we're fixing today. Today, we're going to go over how to structure your nutrition, how to meal prep so you don't have to worry about aimless meals, why tracking is actually a non-negotiable, the main supplements that are worth your money, and the mindset shift that's going to change everything for how you view food and how you view your life as a whole. Let's get into it. First and foremost, I'm going to start off with my personal experience within this, because without that, you're wondering why is he talking about this? I have had 2 to 3 times where I've actually committed to putting on muscle, actually committed to wanting to get bigger, stronger, and faster. But then what that would entail is for me overestimating what I thought my surplus of calories would be, because I wanted to get there quicker. I wanted to put on mass as quick as humanly possible. So I'd be eating anywhere from 3,800 calories to 4,500 calories, knowing my maintenance was around 3,200 to 3,400 calories, making up stories in my head saying I need to eat more. And then you know where that got me? Just more pissed off. My face was chubby. I was insecure about myself. And then I got mad that I got too fat too quick. Then what I would do from there is just focus on cutting and cut down everything that I basically just gained. And the fix was not complicated. I needed to figure out what my actual maintenance calories was. And until I found out that, I was not going to be able to figure out whether or not I'm actually putting on mass and I'm in a fucking surplus that's 800 calories, or if I'm losing mass and I'm trying to cut down. Because what I do now is I eat anywhere from 150 to 250 calories in a surplus, therefore putting on lean muscle and optimizing for my performance. And that one very big and very tough lesson I had to learn is what this entire video is based on. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about is food, and I'm going to make this as simple as possible because it is simple. First up, meal prep every single week. Meal prep on Sundays. We know your ass is sitting on your ass doing nothing for multiple hours of the day on Sunday. So use an hour and a half of that time to get up, go to the grocery store, get some food, and then meal prep. Literally go onto TikTok, go onto Instagram, look up meal prep options, and legit just try them. Try them until you actually find one that you really like, it aligns with your goals, it aligns with what you want to do, and it has enough protein. And then when you find one that actually works for you, it aligns with your goals, and it has enough protein, and it's healthy enough, then from there, you repeat it over and over and over and over again. My current meal prep right now is beef bacon Alfredo pasta, and the Alfredo is made with cottage cheese. That one works. It gets over 60 grams of protein and it tastes delicious. The one before that, the meal before that was ground turkey with white rice with avocado and teriyaki sauce. And I've used those 2 meal preps over the last year and a half. Forget changing your meal prep every 2 weeks. Find something that works, learn how to cook it better, faster, easier, and then just keep doing it week after week. In the morning, I eat the same breakfast every single day. And then I'm eating that meal prep twice a day right now. And then I have a pre-workout meal. This is typically a banana with a protein bar. And then at night, I'm having some Greek yogurts, maybe some goldfish, Cheez-Its, something like that. This is how I eat 90% of the time. Now let's talk about tracking. And before you roll your eyes and say, oh, I don't need to track. I'm too good for tracking. Just listen. I have literally tracked more days than I haven't tracked over the last 8 years. This is going to take all of the guesswork out of it. If you're making progress or not making progress, it will tell you exactly that. Now, here's my rule, and there's no negotiating on this. You need to be able to track consistently for 3 months straight. Not a week, not a month, 3 months straight, to actually be able to understand what you are eating on a consistent basis. I tell this to my clients. I tell this to anyone that asks me what to do about eating. Because on the other side of that 3 months of consistent eating, you can then intuitively actually eat. You can understand the protein, the carbs, and the fats that you were eating on a consistent basis and which direction the scale is going and if that's the direction you want. Some people look at this as a curse. I look at it as a blessing because for the rest of my life, I will be able to tell if I'm eating something that is bullshit or if I'm eating something that is actually going to help me. Because guess what? When Friday night rolls around and I get a pizza with my family or my girlfriend, I am not stressing over it because I earned it over the entire week. And then Saturday morning, I'm going right back to my regular scheduled programming, eating the meals that I continue to eat. And then Saturday night, what happens? Instead of eating bad again, I'm gonna get a steak with some veggies and some salad and not just indulging like I did the night before. Now let's get into one of the dumbest mindsets that people have in all of nutrition and potentially just life. If you have one bad meal and your immediate thought is, oh, I'll just reset and I'll just start Monday, you might be one of the most weak-minded people I have ever heard of. And that's why you're not going to make progress. And that's why you're not going to have the body of your dreams. This is not a 12-week cut. This is not a program end date. You are eating for the rest of your life. You need to build systems that are meant for your lifestyle, not just a diet, a thing that's going to end. It needs to be a lifelong journey. This mindset of restarting on Monday is what keeps 99% of people stuck. And I am not just talking nutrition. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So let's talk about the 90-10 rule. Fuck all this 80-20 bullshit. 90-10. Honestly, take accountability for yourself. 90% of the time, are you eating shit that's going to help you or are you eating shit that's going to hurt you? You have to be honest with yourself. And then, like I said, when you get to Friday, Saturday night, and you're going out, you have earned the right to eat whatever you want because 90% of the week you ate good. Instead of restarting on Monday, you just eat your healthy, normal meals on Saturday morning. It is that simple. Like I said, this is a lifestyle. There are going to be bad weekends. There are going to be bad meals. And if you are thinking, oh, let me just be perfect or have nothing, that is a horrible mindset to have. Monday is not going to save you. Save yourself in the very next meal. Okay, now let's break down supplements, and I have all of them right here, ready to go. You see TikTok shop videos every single day of telling you to buy certain supplements. I'm gonna tell you the ones that I've had and I've been taking for years through trial and error. First up, vitamin D3 and K2. This is the only supplement that your body actually naturally creates. This is gonna be good for people, especially if you live in a cloudy area. For me, I live in the Northeast right now, so it's spring, there are cloudy days. I need this in my life if I'm not getting direct sunlight every single day. It's gonna help with mood, immune function, athletic performance, everything in between. Next up is gonna be magnesium glycinate. Literally over 70% of the world is deficient in this. So my bet is gonna be that you're deficient in it. It's gonna help with muscle relaxation. It's gonna help with you going to sleep easier. You're gonna have deeper sleep when you are asleep, and it makes almost an instant impact. I just saw this happen in real time too. One of my one-on-one clients was struggling with sleep, going to bed at midnight, waking up at 4 a.m. every day, and I told him to get some magnesium glycinate. He ordered it, and just the next day, he just texted me, said, dude, this actually works, because it does. Next up is going to be ashwagandha. Everyone knows about this because it supposedly raises your testosterone, but what it actually does is lowers your cortisol. And what this is going to do is allow you to be less stressed. I take this in the night along with my magnesium glycinate. And then lastly, for the capsules, it's going to be a grass-fed beef organ complex. If you're not consistently eating kidney, heart, liver like I'm not, it's a really good thing to have supplemented in your diet. It's gonna help with immune function. It's gonna give you so many micronutrients that you didn't even know you needed. Next up, you could have guessed it, creatine monohydrate, one of the most researched supplements of all time. It's gonna help with increased performance. It's gonna help with your mental fatigue. It's going to help with just about everything. Creatine literally makes energy working in your body more efficient. I currently take 10 grams a day right now, but 5 grams does the trick. Next up is going to be some form of an electrolyte. I use BPN or Santa Cruz's, but either work. It has clean ingredients, no bullshit additives, and it's going to get you the necessities: sodium, magnesium, potassium, and calcium. Without consistently taking an electrolyte packet, you're making it that much harder for yourself to actually be hydrated. Because if you're drinking water on its own, it's basically going in through here and going out through the other end. Having the electrolytes in the water will help you absorb it. Next up is going to be caffeine. Caffeine is such a productivity unlock. It's going to help you be more productive because it's basically telling your brain that you are not as tired as you are. I use this for performance-based things. So when I'm going to the gym, I'm taking a pre-workout, and that's going to help because it's also going to have a lot of blood dilators, which is going to make blood flow easier. And then on rest days like today, I'm taking something like the NeuroGum. That way it's super small amount of caffeine, but it's just enough to actually get me stimulated and not let me feel like I'm laying in bed all day. And then lastly is going to be beetroot powder. Same thing as what some of the stuff in the pre-workout does. This is going to be a natural form of nitric oxide, allowing your body to have blood flow at a higher rate. Again, these are the supplements that I have found through my trial and error. If you plan on taking any of these, do your own research first. After years of trial and error and this thing being my passion, these are some of the things that I have found work the best for actually seeing results. With trying to get myself strong, capable, athletic, nutrition is one of the biggest pillars that you can use in order to optimize your life for the better. The reality is you cannot outtrain a bad diet, as corny as that sounds. You are going to need to eat as if your body is a machine, because it is. There's a lot of people that think they can get away with eating bad just because they look halfway decent. But the reality is what's happening on the inside of you is much deeper than what it looks like on the outside. So yes, you might be able to get away with it for now, but over time it is going to build up and it is going to manifest in something worse. So take everything I just gave you seriously. This is stuff I give my one-on-one clients, the 90-10 mindset, the supplements I take, and I'm giving it away for free because I know it will help people. And if you gain any insight from this video, any help, or you used any of it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It helps me a bunch. It helps more than you can know. If you're looking for the behind the scenes or the short form content, all my social medias are @willstaff_.